All right, back with you on the Bronx Buzz. I am thrilled, and you know I am thrilled because we're going to talk to Bronx students and a Bronx school with achieving students. And it just thrills me to say a good evening to the people at Millennium Art Academy. So, Herman Guy is the principal. Nice to have you with us, sir.
Thank
Hannah Arroyo Rivera, Ms. Arroyo Rivera, is a art teacher. And the real applause goes for Hezekiah Bedminster and Stephanie Pena, who are students. Nice to have you all with us. Mr. Guy, you are so proud, and we understand why you're so proud of Millennium Art Academy. Talk about running an art academy at a public school in this day and age.
So, Millennium Art Academy is an award-winning high school located in the Bronx, and we were established in 2003 and are celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our goal has always been to become one of the preeminent art schools in the Bronx, which we have succeeded in accomplishing through the hard work and dedication of our teachers in their support of our very talented students. And one of those teachers, who is actually a Millennium Art Academy graduate herself,
Oh, I didn't know
is
that.
Miss Hannah Rivera.
Well, that makes me even more excited. But there's so much pressure on principals to have their students achieve technically academically, as if art is not an academic subject, but that's another issue. Talk to me about the challenges of making sure that the test scores are good and the young people do that in the framework of having an art academy where the emphasis is on creating art.
Well, we have been very fortunate here at Millennium Art Academy that we have some effective teachers and support staff that help with the academic component and the artistic element of the academy that we are running. And the students, they work really hard at their studying, at their homework, at their classwork, and we've developed a really highly effective youth development culture, climate, and tone that allows for much of the success in both endeavors.
Well, it's just wonderful, and I know the pressures to cut out art programs. How stupid can people be? And performance programs. But Mr. Guy, and your staff and the students have all just persevered, and I'm just so proud of you, and I'm so thankful because our kids will never do anything if they can't express themselves. And we love Bronx kids, and thank you so much for doing what you do. Ms. Rivera, let's just talk about you. So you were a student there. What did that experience do to help inform your ability to work with the young people in this day and age?
I think just being part of the community. Like, I remember all throughout high school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do except for art. And so after graduating high school, I worked with my high school visual art teacher, Ms. Blau, and she had helped guide me into practicing and developing my skills into becoming an art teacher. And so all of my past experiences growing up here, having this be like my second home, Millennium Art Academy, it felt really great to have all of those experiences because I feel really blessed to just give back to the community, to give back to the students, and to really build an environment where students feel very safe creating art and expressing themselves and just being able to have the confidence to create art.
Well, one of the things that comes up with the importance of athletics and art and dance and acting and all those other things, that they say it doesn't, well, that's good, but we still need you to do good in science and math and social studies and all that. How did being an artist, being a young artist, help you to do what you do and to be the person that you are?
For me, art really helped me guide me through all of my experiences, helped me build a lot of critical thinking skills, creativity skills, problem solving skills. And those are things that can really translate into a lot of different subject areas and a lot of areas in life. And so being able to develop those skills as a young artist, especially traveling, being able to go to other cities, other countries, being able to develop my craft has really helped me learn how to embrace being an artist and being able to share that and share my experiences with other students.
And I want to mention one thing because it comes up in athletics and some of these other endeavors. They say, well, what are you going to do with it when you're done? You embody exactly what you could do with art, and that is get a job, get a career, and share your talent and your passion with young people. I mean, what could be better than that? Uh, I know
Gary,
you, yes.
you asked me earlier about academics and art. So Hannah is being a little bit modest. Hannah neglected to mention that she was also our valedictorian,
Oh,
principal here.
there you go. Well, thank you for bringing that up. She was a little shy. Listen, Hezekiah Bedminster, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Talk about going to Millennium Art Academy. Why was this a good choice for you?
Well, this was quite a good choice, only because it was introducing the form of art that I had quite like. Not only theater, but painting as well. My favorite thing to do is oil paint. I've been
Mm-hmm.
recently introduced to it quite a lot now, and it's been very good, to
What
be
what
honest.
what is it about it? You like the creativity. You like the result. Draw something and you go like, "Wow, look at that! I did that. Who can
Yes,
believe it?" You know.
I honestly do. Oil paint is very easy to mellow with due to the fact that it's very smooth, so it's easy to blend with.
Let's Anderson's our producer. Let's take a look at some of Hezekiah's work, and then we'll do Stephanie next. Let's see what you got. Look at this. So this is let's see, watercolors. Tell me a little bit about this piece of work.
Well, this inspired me of the island of Manhattan, to be honest, because it has very nice buildings. You can see, for a great example, of One World Trade Center. I
Hmm.
also did it in hues of blue because my favorite color is blue as well. So that gave it a nice palette tone color.
Hmm.
And I also add some blossom trees to show the season.
Let's show something else of Hezekiah's. To me, this is so. Look at this. This got a blue ribbon on it. I wonder why.
I
Tell us about that.
Well, I created that blue ribbon myself to be the number one book because I like to take artwork as a very serious form of duty to myself.
Hmm. How has it changed you as a person, being able to express yourself in this way?
Well, it has helped me to change myself. Because the
Don't be shy. Just say it. Go ahead. You know what the answer to that question is.
yeah. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, it was really. How does it make you a better person? Do you feel like you're more comfortable with yourself? Let's say because you can express things, or you can add a blue ribbon if you want to add a blue ribbon. Just talk to me about why it feels so good to do it.
Well, it feels so good to do only because you have a wide palette of materials in the art room. There's
Hmm.
ink, there's oil, there's acrylic, there's clay, there's all sorts of stuff that you could adventure through. So it's almost like you're opening to a new world every time you go into the
Every time
classroom.
you go in, I no, Anderson. Did we have other pictures of Hezekiah? Look at this.
Yes.
What is this? You want to say something quickly about it because we want to get to Stephanie there before we run out.
Yes, this is something personal to me because my favorite pipe organist, Frederick Swan, from California, and this was a relationship to the drawing itself because this is Crystal Cathedral, and myself, I do love cathedrals quite a lot.
Well, listen, I could spend a lot more time with you talking about it, but we want to give Stephanie Pena a
Yes.
chance. Stephanie, why are you an artist? Why was Millennium Art Academy a good place for you to be an artist?
Millennium Art Academy was a good place for me because honestly, I had the potential to be more creative and to be more free. I learned many different things like how to work with oil and watercolor and acrylic, which I never really learned before. And the teachers really helped me with
Hmm.
everything.
And do, does it help you academically? I mean, I've had this conversation with a number of students, and they say, "Well, art really helped me focus and discipline." Talk to me about your academics. I mean, because you're an art student, you're a good student in other subjects.
Honestly, yes, it does help me academically. Art is my stress reliever, so if I'm feeling stressed or like angry or anything, I tend to take it out in art. So whenever I feel some type of mood, I draw, I sketch, I doodle. When I'm stressed out on a test, I tend to like draw on the side. It always relieves me.
Well, this is the best advertisement for art and art in our schools. Kids need to feel good, and after 2 years of looking at screens, seems to me this is the kind of thing. She said it's a stress reliever. People talk about mental health. Here you go. Let's get our kids healthier. Give them art classes, and I have to congratulate Mr. Guy and Ms. Rivera for having all them. They both talked about having the materials available. That doesn't happen easily. Anyway, Stephanie, let's before we run out of time, look at some of your stuff. What do we got? Anderson's gonna play the magic. Oh my goodness, look at this. Talk about this. Afraid, lost, scared, sorrow, empty.
So basically, during quarantine, I bet everyone had a moment in their life where they just felt alone. I know I did. Being isolated in a room.
Let's put that up again. Go ahead.
Being isolated in a room all day. This is pretty much how I was feeling. I felt like I was blinded, like I was lost.
Wow. What a strong statement, and frankly difficult to look at. But that's the beauty of this, so you can express it in this way. All right, let's see something else. What else we got? Where was this? This looks like a Pride Day event. Human rights, it says there. Yeah.
So the woman in the bottom, that's RBG. Women rights.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this
Put
is
that
just,
back up, please. Go ahead.
So the background is Harvard. The black and white was when she was one of the two girls in her class, and then the other side is what she fights for and what changed because of her.
And so when you are inspired by a national and international figure like that, this gives you a chance to express it, right?
Yes.
Let's show one more. We got one more, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Guy one final question. Look at this. And then there's this pencil. How did you make this?
So this was the first time I ever tried it with black paper and white pencil. It was very different for me. It was very different for me because it was working the opposite. Usually you work on white paper and you fill in the shadings and stuff, but I had to do the highlights instead, and it was very difficult for me.
Was that your eye, or did you take a picture, or how did you do it?
I used a reference
quick
picture.
because I want to have it was a picture.
It was a reference picture.
Wow, isn't that wonderful? Listen, you guys are the best. You are going to lead the way, and we are all going to follow Hezekiah Bedminster and Stephanie Pena. Thank you and congratulations. Mr. Guy, your kids have won awards. You send me emails all the time. Hey, good news, we won more awards. Just real quick, just tell us about the best of them right now.
Wow, there have been literally dozens during the course of my tenure here. I can't put my memory to focus on just one. We have won so many national, state, and local art competitions.
Listen, we're going to be out of time. So listen, Herman Guy, thank you. That's all. Hannah Arroyo Rivera, thank you. And I'm not kidding. You. Hezekiah and Stephanie, we're all getting online behind you. You lead the way, and we will follow.
Thank you.
Right. Yay for Millennium Art Academy. They're the best. And that's it for the Bronx Buzz. Believe me, with both our guests today, I would have loved to spend 3 hours, believe me. But that's it for tonight, and we'll see you next week.